Look, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know there's one thing that I keep going on and on and on and on and on about, and that is why you should meditate. But how should you meditate? If you're looking to meditate specifically for the purpose of increasing your number of lucid dreams, or if this is one of the main reasons that you're meditating, what should you be doing differently from someone that is simply looking to meditate for the other benefits? Before we get into the video, if you're new here, I have hundreds of videos like this on lucid dreaming on my channel, and I'm posting more all of the time. So do make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also enable the notifications so you can stay up to date when my new videos come out. Now, if you're looking for a complete and thorough guide on lucid dreaming, or you'd just like to support what I do here, then you can check out the Lucid Dream book, my complete guide to lucid dreaming. There'll be a link in the top right hand corner or down in the description below, and you can also use the code LUCID at checkout to get 15% off. So, meditation for the purpose of lucid dreaming. What do you have to do differently? Well, for starters, I just want to say that you don't actually have to do anything differently. You can meditate the same way as anyone else, and you will get benefits when it comes to your lucid dreams. After all, the way that I discovered that meditation was such a good lucid dreaming technique was through the fact that I was just meditating for the benefits of meditation. I had no intention of getting more lucid dreams with it, and I had no idea that it would actually help me with lucid dreaming whatsoever. I just happened to be meditating every day and suddenly noticed that, hey, this was improving my lucid dreams and giving me more of them. So you don't actually have to do anything different. That said, there are certainly some things that you can do to tailor the meditation experience more for lucid dreaming. So the first piece of advice that I'll give you is to meditate for a little bit longer. Ideally, everyone, I think, should be meditating for at least 20 minutes each day, every day. And I know that seems like quite a big thing to ask of you because, you know, a lot of us are stuck for time, and 20 minutes each day, every single day, to dedicate to just sitting and paying attention to your breath sounds like quite the time waster. But I believe that that's not the case, because I honestly believe that most people lose way more than 20 minutes each day just to procrastination. And by procrastination, I don't just mean putting off important tasks. I also mean procrastinating fun. Have you ever found yourself just sitting at your computer, just scrolling Reddit or just on your phone, scrolling through TikTok and not really actually enjoying yourself? Well, that too is procrastination, and I think most of us struggle with that to some degree. Especially in this day and age when we're so overstimulated by all of these short forms of social media and so on. With meditation, if you're meditating for a decent amount of time every single day, you're going to find that you're a lot more clear-headed and a lot less prone to procrastination in the first place. So I would argue that you will probably save more than that 20 minutes that you lose each day just by meditating. So it will actually be a net time gain even though you're losing that 20 minutes to meditation, if that makes any sense. And if you want to get the maximum benefits from meditation, you really do need those longer sessions. And I have found that there is pretty much like a one-to-one correlation with how long you meditate and how much of an impact it's having on your lucid dreams. If I double the length of my meditation sessions, it pretty much doubles the amount of lucid dreams that I get from meditation. So if you want to go, you know, crazy with it, then do those 40-minute, those 50-minute, those hour-long or even longer sessions when you can. Now, that doesn't have to be something that you do every day, because I think even with the, you know, potential time-saving benefits that you get from being more clear-headed, I don't think that an hour a day of meditation is something that most people are going to be able to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't see a huge benefit from, say, you know, picking one day a week where you do have one of those really long meditation sessions. As long as you're still consistent on the other days, still getting your 20 minutes a day, that day where you go really crazy with it is going to have a higher chance of bringing you more lucid dreams that night. The next thing that I would suggest is meditating in the evening or at night. The closer that you meditate to the time that you're actually going to be attempting to lucid dream, the more of an effect it's likely to have. And I also find that for whatever reason, when I meditate actually in the dark at night, it seems to have an even bigger impact on my lucid dreams. Now, I've theorized before that perhaps this is related to melatonin release or something, because when you are actually in the dark, melatonin gets released. So perhaps the fact that you're sitting there just relaxed in the dark, not really moving or doing anything, is increasing your melatonin levels. But that is just complete speculation there, so, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. All I know is that I've noticed that for me personally, if I do meditate and I do it in the dark, at night or in the evening, it has a greater effect on my lucid dreams. Now, as I said a moment ago, the closer that you meditate to when you're actually going to be attempting to lucid dream, the more of an effect that it has. So you can actually go one step further than this. Rather than just, you know, meditating in the late evening, you can meditate right before you go to sleep, or you can even wake up to do something like wake back to bed and then meditate before you go back to sleep. The only thing I'll say about this is if you wake up and do wake back to bed and then you meditate during this period, do be mindful of how long you can be awake personally as an individual and still get back to sleep afterwards. I, for example, struggle with insomnia when it comes to falling back asleep after I've woken up in the night. So if I get up for wake back to bed and I meditate for a full 20-minute session, then I am probably not going to fall back asleep. Even though meditation relaxes me, just being awake for that 20 minutes means I probably won't fall back asleep. So for me, if I actually meditate after performing wake back to bed, I do a bit of a shorter session. This isn't, to replace my 20 minutes a day meditation. This is just a bit of a supplement. I will meditate for, say, just, even 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll go back to sleep or perhaps perform another technique like wild. So another thing that you can do is at the end of your meditation sessions, you can use this time to visualize your next lucid dream. So visualizing and imagining what you're going to do in your next lucid dream can be a powerful technique for actually getting lucid. But something that you'll discover if you do this regularly is that the more relaxed you are, the more easily that visual imagery comes to mind. And so you can more vividly and clearly imagine the dream that you want to have. So if you actually just visualize anytime, whenever, you might find that it's not very clear and not very easy to do. But if you pick the end of your meditation sessions to do it, when you've already been there sitting for 20 minutes and you're completely relaxed, then you're going to have an easier time and it may be more effective. Another thing that you can try is to use meditation as a sort of gateway into practicing wild. So what you want to do is wake up in REM, by setting an alarm for one of the 90-minute intervals so that you wake up in REM. And then what you want to do is just laying down, not sitting like you might for other meditation sessions, just laying down, you can close your eyes and you can start to meditate. Simply pay attention to your breath while you're laying there in bed and just keep paying attention to your breath and be aware of it for as long as you can until you start to feel a little bit sleepy. And once you start to feel a little bit sleepy, instead of paying attention to your breath, just pay attention to what's going on behind your closed eyes. And you are going to learn through this process to get comfortable with watching and following your hypnagogic imagery, and just meditating on that hypnagogic imagery and not actually trying to actively enter a dream can get you comfortable with the process of wild, and it can also be quite a fun experience in itself, just watching all of the cool things that appear. So give some of these things a try and you may just find that you're having more lucid dreams from your regular meditation. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to subscribe and enable all notifications. If you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon page. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care.